So if you're having a hard time finding what you want, this third step may be the key. I'm Dr. Fred, and I've already mentioned 2 steps in this process. So as we move ahead, I want you to understand that the reason you're stuck where you are, not knowing what you want, maybe not knowing what you want for your team, is the current way you think. And so everything I'm doing is kind of challenging some of the ways you think. If you agree with me about everything, then I'm not going to be helpful. But if you don't, I'm inviting you to maybe rethink what you thought made sense. So here's step 3. In step 3 of how to find what you want, it's right here. You want to ask this question: is it possible? Is it possible? This thing that you've found or you're considering, is it actually a possibility? So possibility has to do with hope. And if it's not possible or you don't see how it's possible, then I'm going to tell you, you'll never work on it. You'll never go for it. And the reason for that is kind of simple. You're not crazy. Let me stress that. And why don't you say it out loud? Because most of us struggle with this. I promise you're not crazy. Crazy is when you do things that are hopeless. That's not just crazy, it's also dumb. This isn't about giving up, it's about being honest with yourself. Because if something actually, when you finally recognize it, is never going to happen, you won't want it anymore. What you're wired to do is pursue things that you want. And if you want it, it's got to be possible. But sometimes we get tricked and we pretend we want something that's impossible, or we commit, or we imagine, or we brag, or we boast, and we act like that's faith. That's not faith. That's just delusion. So all I'm telling you, or suggesting, inviting you to think about, is you want to ask, when you narrow down things that you're looking at, is it possible? Doesn't have to be guaranteed, but if it's possible, you're on a good path. I hope this helps. Please like, follow, and share.